Hello. In this unit, we're going to talk about your first 90 days. At about day 30 to 45, you should be closing your first loan or be on the edge of closing your first loan from your purchase pipeline that you've been creating. So, what do we do now that we've set up the database we need, now that we've set up our constant contact email program, that we're going out there and continuing to prospect? We're not stopping yet. We're pushing, pushing, pushing. And you'll honestly probably be prospecting solid your first 6 months. And eventually you'll take the prospecting and throttle it down to a smaller part of your business, but you'll never stop doing that. That's still a source of fresh business and fresh realtor contacts. But now we're getting in with other realtors in the office. And how are we doing that? Well, by now we should be closing 1 or 2 or 3 deals out there, and the realtors will have done a good job for us, hopefully, and the deal will have closed smoothly. So now we write their broker, and now we follow up and we say to the broker, your realtor did a great job, and blah, 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 and just kind of butter them up. And then what I'll do is I'll pick up the phone a couple days later and just call them and say, hey, listen, I just want to let you know I sent you a letter, and we just finished a transaction with this realtor in your office, and they did a great job. And then I'll try to talk to the broker and try to open it up to an in-house presentation. At about 60 or 90 days into it, you should start feeling comfortable with the ability to go and call the brokers. And at that point, you're going to start to try to build your network. And we do understand that that takes time. That's why we don't give up prospecting. But your first 90 days, after about day 35 to 45, you should start to be able to close a loan or two and be able to try to go after brokerage offices and get your feet wet in that area. So at about the end of 90 days, you should have about 3 to 6 loans closed. You're not making super money, but you're making okay money off the purchase end of the pipeline, and you're able to survive, and you're able to pay your bills. And from that, now you have a foundation of where you can continue to grow your business. And one of the aspects we're going to talk about next is, where do we go in the long term? Just beyond simply knocking on the door every day, is there more to life? And my answer to that is yes, but it's still going to take some prospecting always. It's going to take some effort always. And we're going to talk about some things you need to do to keep yourself in the long term. So our next lesson is going to be transitioning into a long-term minded business.